Gosh, I think I'm actually live. I've got a big sign saying orientation. It's time to go back. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's Sue. Sorry about that terrible start there. Somebody recommended I rotate the camera so that I didn't have those black lines. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Kelly. I'm going to just do this because it's all upside down. I don't know what's happening at your end. Anyway, I thought I would come on. I'm going to take these off because the nurse rang me today. Actually, I can't see who's there, so I better put them on back on again. Hi, Stu. Hi, Meg. Hi, Melissa. Mwah. Yeah, we have a development. So the nurse, hi, Lisa. Hi, Kimberly. No, they didn't really wash it out. They just did the usual thing, which is on the previous video. Yeah, it kind of sort of looks good, but it is quite sore. Yes, hello, I am really well in myself. Look, I'm well in myself. So I'm totally well in myself. So she rang me today and she said, I've had a word with the doctor and he thinks that even though the swab has come back negative, that we should try a different tack with some antibiotics. So just come back. So this is what I've got. These are antibiotics. It's funny actually, she said, we want to treat like probably an underlying infection inside. She said, if you can imagine an infection in a drain, like a sewage drain, that not much air gets to, this is what this is. So I spoke to the chemist. I've got these, I don't know if this is going to be back to front. Yep, it's back to front. Metronidazole tablets. These are 400 milligram. I've got 21 tablets, so I've got to take them 3 times a day with food. So I've just had something to eat. So they're quite big ones. And what the chemist said is these are a fungal antibiotic. And I told him the ones I was on before. He said they're all to fight a bacterial infection. So this is taking it from a different tack. And what the nurse said is, I'd hold off your visit to A&E. I know you're all going, oh, now, because she said you'll only get one shot at it. If they send you back to the doctor, you won't be able to go again. And also, I'm going to have to ring them and find out if they're not busy, because if they're not busy, they might actually do something. And it's a way I can skip the queue to see the surgeon that I've been on a waiting list for. So, here are the tablets. Okay, I'm really looking forward to these, not because I hate the knock-on effect they have, but I'm taking precautions. So I'm going to take an immunity boost, and here's my first antibiotic. So I'm going to up my immunity boost. Hello, how are you? Oh, I can't pronounce your name. Sorry. And I've also made myself a homemade kombucha, so I'm going to look after my gut, like double up on looking after my gut, because I know that these will have an effect on my mood. And hi, Victoria, hello. And I don't want my mood to go down, because I think when your mood goes down, when your kind of vibe goes down, you kind of start thinking negative thoughts, and that doesn't really have a good effect on your body at all. I mean, you know, if you just think about having a headache, you can make one happen. What about washing it out in the shower? I actually forgot to ask her that, but I think she said, you know, because I asked about saline solution, because we tried to buy some to be all kind of, you know, as best as we possibly could. Hi, Sharon. They are fairly general, I think, but they haven't tried a fungal antibiotic. Oh, thank you, Florida. Thank you, Linda. Hi, Tammy. I know, but a lot of the sac broke up in the earlier videos, and they reckon that because the infection was there, it kind of ate away at it, and there probably isn't. There's probably some bits there, and there's probably some bits stuck to the wall of the skin. This is me thinking this actually, because of how it feels when I touch it now. But they seem pretty happy with it, and everyone I've spoken to just says, well, it's pretty normal, they take a long time. Hi, I love, I replied to your comment, thank you so much. So I think there's probably something in there, and I do think that at some point when a surgeon sees it, they're going to probably cut it open and do something beginning with D that somebody messaged that I had to Google, and it's basically cutting your skin open and scraping it to bits on the inside and putting it back together. Sorry, I missed that comment, sweetheart. And that doesn't sound very nice to me. It sounds like it's going to be a nightmare. So I do hope when they do that kind of thing that they knock you out. So I don't know if I'm going to be allowed my cameraman in there. So what the nurse suggested was that yeah, that's it, debridement. Yeah, I looked up a video on it and there was just the most hideous video of some poor person's leg. And I just thought, oh my goodness. And I tried to look at debridement of cysts and see if I could find a video, but I couldn't actually really find anything. But I think I get the picture. It's kind of scrape everything out. They do knock you out and you're, oh, right, thank goodness for that. So I'm not sure if they're going to, if I'm going to be able to get someone to film it or if they'll let someone in to film it. So that is going to be crushing because I don't want to miss a bit myself. You know, I said I'm a FOMO queen. I like to fear of missing out. It's like, no, I'll be awake. Let someone do it. No, I think it'll be incredibly painful. So what the nurse said, going back to that, is to hold off on going to A&E. I got to get it on film, I know. It's all about getting it on film now. I don't want to let you all down and I know you want to see that. But these less than a tea, I know it's kind of, I wish somebody would like jet wash it. You know, that would feel good. So because the nurse mentioned, hi, oh, thank you so much, thank you. I feel like a bit of a trooper now, but I didn't. But it's because you guys have been telling me that I'm doing so well. It's just kind of me, and I'm just, you know, as I've said before, just in case you haven't realised, but I have been lucky enough never to have a wound, never to break a bone, never to have anything other than the odd scrape knee as a kid, you know. So, you know, hi. She said you could just do it with water. Hi, Kimberly. So I think next time my husband does it, and I actually, off camera, I sort of said, oh, my husband did it yesterday and we found, you know, we couldn't find this ribbon. And she said, well, it's prescription only because if you need to have something stuffed, you don't really want people taking it into their own hands. And, you know, maybe you should see somebody about it. So that the dressing stuffing, the ribbon is actually a prescription item in the UK. But she didn't know why I couldn't get a saline solution. I don't know, Amazon, maybe that's the answer to everything. That I hope the end is coming too, Kathy, thanks. Oh, thanks, Angeline, is that? Thank you so much. So I actually said, you know, is it possible you can give me another dressing pack so that if my husband needs to change it? And she was like, well, you know, did it help? And I said, actually, it felt a lot better. And she said, well, why did you think you needed to change it yesterday? She was a bit stressed today, bless her. And I said, well, because I could kind of feel that it needed to come out and it was so sore. It's I don't know if anyone's ever had this, you know, when the dressing wants to come out, it's almost like your body's pushing it out. It feels like this needs changing, it can't go any longer. So she's actually given me a dressing pack, which is great. And because she said I could just do water, I think the next time my husband does it, I'm going to just stand under a nice warm shower. Yeah, I will. I'm not going to do it today because I've just had the dressing done and it's I don't want to mess about with it anymore because it's kind of really sore at the bottom. I mean, you could see the kind of dark patch all on the left side of it. I know it is frustrating. I think really the whole Dr. Pimple Popper, sort of what they, you know, what you see on the internet there, it would have been great if that had been done. Because I watched one similar to me and she just kept pressing and pressing and pressing and feeling around for pockets and they just really kind of let a bit of it out. Yeah, I will post after the shower, definitely. But actually, initially we were told that the antibiotics, it would just come to the surface on its own. And I have actually got some pictures of it, like the day after it became infected and how small it was, and then the day after the doctor squeezed it and didn't get anything out of it and it was really big. And he said, you know, these 5 days of antibiotics, it will come to the surface, it'll come out on its own and you'll just, you know, it'll start coming out and you can squeeze it out. Well, so we just believed that. So I have a video that was taken on the 4th of August, which is 4 days after I saw the doctor, which was a couple of days after it started feeling sore, because I was away when that happened. And that's 6 days before it was lanced. And there was this, it kind of came out to a kind of like a Matterhorn, like a kind of round with a little point on it, and it had like a little white head on the top of it. So because we thought, oh, I think now it's ready. It's now, if we just nick that off, it's just going to start flowing out. Obviously, we had just no idea. So if you'd like to see that video, I know a lot of you are going to be outraged because we're outside. Yes, Victoria, yes, you would. And my husband has got, he makes model aeroplanes and model crawler vehicles and all sorts. He's really, really good at it. Which is why he's got loads of scalpels, and he's got this great set of, it's like the Back to the Future mad professor, it looks like when he wears them, but like many, many magnifying glasses, so everything's like ginormous. He's got these on, and some gloves, and a scalpel which we've run under the gas to make it hot, and he's trying to nick this thing, and so we're like, oh, he's going to get this video. My son's like standing back like this with the camera, and of course, we looked at it today, and he said, God, it's just right ridiculous, isn't it? Because he was standing right in front of it like this. So if it had have gone, it would have just shot him in the face. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I think he could have done. But, you know, we had no idea that it's, like, you have to cut that deep to get actually to it. So I think if I put that on the video, I'd have got idiots, da 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 da, they don't know what they're doing. But you see, I was talking to him tonight, and I said, you know, gosh, how ridiculous that we thought that this was going to come out. And he said, well, it's not really our fault, darling, because, you know, why wouldn't we believe what the doctor said? And so, yeah, if you'd like me to post this video, you can have a good laugh at it. But you can see my husband's pressing so gently, and it's just so painful. You can see, you can really kind of see it, and it's very undramatic because it was less than squeezing a little pimple on your cheek or something. So it was really not very good at all. So yeah, so that's what we did. Well, yeah, Kimberly, they do. And this is what the chemist said. He said, you know, they're not specialists, they're general practitioners. And their job, yes, please post it. Do you want me to post it after this one, or is it too many videos in one day? He said they're general practitioners, and their job is to go, right, you need to see this specialist. And it depends, you know, if my leg was hanging off, I'd have been sent straight off. But I think looking back now, it was ridiculous to think that this yes, please, Angeline. Okay, never too many. Do it. Okay, I'll do it then. I'll do it next, okay. You know, I, looking at what it was and how deep it was to cut into, and what I've seen on the internet, you know, we were clueless. You know, if you've never had one of these, you've never had one of these, and you don't have any experience, you know, everything is an experience. We love the videos, upstate New York. Oh my goodness, I love New York. And you know what? Whatever time it is in New York, it's still 1953 in the UK. Utah, hello, Kimberly. It's lovely to see where you're all from. I feel so connected to the States. It's wonderful. 4:24 p.m, middle of the afternoon, and you don't have to be at work, or are you at your desk sneakily looking at this video or whatever it is you're doing? But it's evening here. What time is it here? 9:23 it is here. North Carolina, yay, international, Kimberly, brilliant. Maryland, oh, nope, retired. Excellent, brilliant. Yeah, so that's something I'm looking forward to doing at some point in the not too distant future. Yeah, so the doctors kind of don't really check at Dr. John Gilmore, who's a GP, does all kinds of stuff, including abscesses, cysts, and he is awesome. I am retired. Are you in the UK? Scotland. Hello, Scotland. I love Scotland. I lived in Edinburgh for 5 years. Lovely today. Thank you. France. Ah, bonjour. How are you? Ça va? Portland, Oregon. Oh my goodness, it's just like all over. What time is it in Oregon? I've been to Vegas recently. I love Vegas. I've been to San Francisco. I've been to New York a few times. New Jersey. I've been to New Jersey and work in New Jersey is just the most amazing fall you have there. The colours of the trees are just fabulous. 2 in the afternoon is that. Hopefully, no, it would be in the afternoon because you're behind us. Hi, Meg. So doctors don't really know all the details. They don't. We need to send you the video. We need to send the video to Dr. Gilmore. Where is Dr. Gilmore? Is he in the States? Hi, Georgia. Meg, yes, he is in the States. Somebody suggested, actually, I can't remember who it was now, actually. Sorry about that. I've hundreds of messages. I'm struggling to keep up with them. Pennsylvania, Texas. Oh, y'all in Texas. Dr. John Gilmore. Someone suggested I actually contact Dr. Pimple Popper on the internet and see what she thinks. Because one of the things I found with her videos is they're all the kind of, you know, the climax, the pop, the ooze, the waterfall. I watched a waterfall cyst. It was just like, oh my God, I think mine would have been like that if I'd been sitting up. She is awesome, isn't she? She's a great character and so talented. Dr. Gilmore, do you know I haven't seen his too? Well, I might have done because, you know, waterfalls, bits and blackheads. But yeah, I'm going to definitely look him up. I don't know if there's a video where she actually explains how long it takes for what her procedure is to actually heal over. Is much nicer and uses more lidocaine. Is lidocaine, what's lidocaine? We don't have that. I know lots of you have been saying that. I think, is that anaesthetic? Lol, Sharon, yeah. We have so many different words for things, don't we, between our 2 countries. Yeah, pain meds, okay. Numbing. Yeah, I had a numbing on it. Who knows, we've been referred to a dermatologist from the start. Yeah, that is how you do it over there. It's definitely not how we do it here. Even a lot of the people from the UK, she uses way too much painkiller. When you're under another doctor's care, it will be a run to the vets. Yes, I do have a couple of friends who are vets actually, and she saw it and she said, "Oh, they make so much fuss in the UK with all this and everything." She said, "If it was an animal, we would just take that out straight away, no fussing." And I said, "I don't think I want you to do it here in my kitchen now." And this was before it even came to a little bit of a tiny weeny head. This video that I'm going to post for you. But I have actually found a series of photos. I haven't, unfortunately, I've deleted all the ones when it was pea size. Yeah, when it was olive size. But we found from like the day it was infected and then after the big squeeze where it got more infected and then the day when the pimple was on it and then some more days and then all the gory photos I posted when it had a dressing on it, it was like a plastic dressing to kind of draw it more to the surface and soften it. Yes, I know. Doctoring via YouTube. But you know, a lot of you have got really valid points and it's given me the right questions to ask or some questions to ask, because the thing with a doctor is when a doctor tells you something, you don't... Yes, I know. We know it all, don't we? Because our country is having doctors afraid to be... Yeah, that's right, yes. Yeah, we don't do a lot of suing here, although people have said, keep all these videos and sue them, they should have their licenses taken away. But they're only doing what we do. But yeah, I will do the shower, don't worry, Kimberly, I'm definitely doing that. I cannot wait to say, you should see me having a shower. It's kind of like, get my face in like this, and then get this arm in, and then I can only get it up to here, just in case it goes over here. And then I kind of get it here, and then I have to turn around, and I can only get it from here, because if I get it any higher up, the dressing comes off. And I've done the kind of pouring jugs of water over me, and it's just like, it would be so nice to just stand under the shower. It's been 11 plus 42, 53 days since I went to the doctor with it. You know, and that's a long time. And I've had to not be in the shower for 42, 50, about 50 days. I haven't actually had a proper shower, you know. Good old soap and water, I know, with salt added, yeah. A bit of exfoliation on it. I know, I am clean, I can assure you, you know, but, you know, not the whole under the shower thing. Lidocaine is used, lidocaine, no bath bacteria, wound. Oh, I missed the thing, it faded about the whole wound. And, you know, these comments don't actually stay on the live feed, so I can't see them afterwards, which is a shame. What was that comment about bacteria in the shower and something someone just made? Could you send that again? That would be really helpful. I've got, every time I seem to do these videos, I have some bit of fluffs. Oh, it's my hair. It's that bit of hair there. Let's get that out of the way. You can't water it in the wound. I had one. Oh, right. Oh. Someone also said on one of the comments that it wasn't going to heal because the actual incision has healed around the edge. No bath bacteria can... Oh, no, I wouldn't do, but I don't do baths anyway because, you know, life's too short for lolling in a bath, I think. Just have to be as quick as you can and get on with doing something more exciting than washing. Use terdogram on the wound in the shower. Don't know what tegraderm is. Lidocaine USA is called... Ah, right. Ah, yes. Is that Swiss? Shower... But yeah, oh yeah. I only have showers anyway. Very rarely have a bath. She needs to wash it out. After you shower, lay on your stomach and have your husband dry it. Yeah, I should do it. He's away next week, so I don't know how I'm going to bribe my son to film anything that goes on. Especially as he's at school during most of the appointments. But I'm going to drag him along on Saturday to the kind of relief nurse. And I don't know what I'm going to bribe him with because he doesn't really like to. Actually, he will do it because he knows it's important. Money. What's the money comment about? I don't know what that's about. So yeah, the wound has kind of healed. So, you know, it's like, how would that ever knit together? It wouldn't ever knit together. You could bandage it for a year and it wouldn't grow together. So someone said I'm going to need to have the walls of the incision cut again so it can go together. Bribing your son. Do you know what? Money doesn't cut it. He's more interested in doing his own thing. He's busy studying maths. It's like he does it for pleasure, maths. You will have a small scar because of the edges, but it will fade. You know, it will be my badge of honour. I don't mind if I have a scar because, you know, just says you've lived a bit of life, doesn't it? In fact, my husband said, I reckon it's going to heal like a bullet hole and you can tell everyone you've been shot. And I was like, I'm not sure what to tell anyone I've been shot. So that's not very nice, is it? No, they will trim the... Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. So I think what will end up happening is they're going to cut it further down. See, this is me. If I was a doctor, I feel like one almost. Well, an expert in this. No, not really an expert. I would just cut it right down and I would peel it open and I would clean everything and scrape everything out, and then I would, I don't know. Yeah, they don't want it to heal though. That's the thing. The whole idea is it doesn't heal, but they couldn't get very much in today. I think they've only got about that much ribbon in, which apparently, I'm going to have a huge gallbladder wound from the inside out. It takes time. Yeah. So yeah, we start off with 30 centimetres. That's just like about a foot. 7 centimetres is probably about 3.5 inches. So it's gone down tremendously, the amount that's... I mean, she couldn't put much in. You could probably see it from the other videos. So that's a good thing. But I think it will kind of heal from the inside and then it will kind of go... And if you lift with something like this on my back, like a pair of lips on my back sticking out. And I think the fear is that it needs to open up with a deep cut. And yeah, I think so. I think they need to kind of open it like an envelope really and scoop it all, scoop whatever. Because I think there's probably a bit of sack wall. Are you going to, like, right, Kimberly, what's happened is they have prescribed me a different type of antibiotic, which is an antifungal, pretty strong, and I have at least 400 stitches. Oh my goodness me. Then the centre will raise. Yeah, I think, oh right, so Ray, the centre's got to raise. I think it will, but I can't imagine how, they said it would knit together, but when you look into it, it's all like that. It's kind of healed round. There's kind of, it's really hard to do this. It's just like, you know, it's not two raw edges anymore. It's kind of a round hole, and these bits have kind of rounded over inside. And it could take a really long time. Bryoplasty, bat wings removed. The bat wings removed. Bat wings on my back. Yeah, I'll have like the little, I'll call them little angel wings, shall I? Yeah, so yeah, I've got these antibiotics. They're 400 milligrams, and I've got to take 3. So that's, my dog is jealous. I have to catch up. Are you going to A&E? The sack needs to be cordoned. Hooray, you're on. Yeah, this is my 4th course of antibiotics. So I know a lot of you think I'm not on them, but because they've tried them and, you know, it's not oozing pus all the time, that they haven't wanted to give them to me. Thank you. Somebody else commented on my nails. This is my Tiffany blue. It's my favourite colour. And in fact, it's the only nail colour that I have had a second time, and this is my 5th set of this blue. I just like, my toes are the same colour as well. I really, really like them. I used to have 5 different colours on my, I've got low power mode. I used to have 5 different colours, and it was a nightmare because every time I went I had to pick 5 separate colours and they couldn't be the same, and I think they used to go, oh, it's that woman with 5 colours coming in again. But I'm more decisive than I used to be. I love the nails too. Yeah, they're really nice, and they match my Fitbit. Look at that. Look at that. So, and my phone actually has got a nice blue cover. So I'm going blue now. I used to be all about the red, but now I'm all about looking great. I was the same. Then I got sepsis. Oh no, Ellie. They actually thought on day 2 after they squeezed it that I had sepsis because I had a very high fever and a very fast heart rate. But usually I heal really fast. I am never ill. I never catch the bug that's going around. I think it is Tracy. Yeah. Oh, hello, Angela. I never get ill. I never get colds. My son is 16. He's never had an antibiotic in his life. We're like really strong genetic gene pool. I don't get. Hiya, Lisa. You know, I never get the colds, the coughs. You know, I never get an upset stomach. I've got a cast iron stomach. I'm just never ill. You know, the only thing I ever got as a kid was measles. I never got any of the other things, even though everybody else had them. My mum used to run me round to whoever had mumps or chicken pox in the hope that I would get it and she could get that over and done with, but I never caught them. So it is surprising that this isn't healing. So to me, but I guess maybe as you get older, you're lucky as mess your back was in. Yeah, it was. I don't know. You see, this is what I'm thinking. So they squeeze it. I show a second doctor because my doctor wasn't working that day. And I'm literally back in within 24 hours. I've had a massive fever. My heart rate, resting heart rate was like 121 beats per minute. And it's normally around 64, 67. I had a high fever when I went in there, but it was beginning to come down. And she just said for my husband to stay at home and watch me really closely, and she would ring me at the end of the day. So, you know, I don't know. I do agree. I think they should have just told me to go, and I think they should have just sent me to A&E that morning. But then there's this whole thing, they won't do anything with it while it's infected. But when it's infected, you can get sepsis. And it's just like round and round and round and round. And yeah, they should have sent me straight to have it cut out. And I think really what they did is they just tried to relieve the pressure because they could see I wasn't very well when I was on holiday. And I think that doctor did just, you know, relieve a bit of pressure. He didn't actually do a full-on procedure, and I don't think he was ever going to cut the sac out. The idea was just to get a load of poison out, but they didn't get hardly any of it out. I know, it is crazy. Looking back, it is crazy. No bacteria, Livy, grew from the incredibly smelly day on Monday when she went, oh dear, that's very smelly. Nothing grew on it. There was nothing. It came back negative. Yeah, I wasn't in Vegas when I was on holiday. I was in Norfolk in the UK. in quite a sort of out of the way area. And yeah, so I couldn't go to the doctor in Vegas, although I did have a friend who was very unwell and ended up 4 days in hospital, and it cost like $500,000 for him to be in hospital for 4 days. So yes, Surf and Turf Day. Actually, the Surf and Turf Day was 2 days after the very no, hang on, that Wednesday. Yeah, 2 days after when she took the second swab. So both swabs have been taken and haven't actually come back. So with anything growing or any results. So I have no idea why. I can't. This is what I was saying today. I was saying, how can it be so smelly and not have an infection? And it hurts. So it feels like it feels like it did when it first started hurting. But I think I might be running low on battery, actually. I've been on for 31 minutes. It's so nice chatting to you all. My husband's in there watching telly going, oh, are you making another video? Someone asked him what he thought of my YouTube, you know, sensation and all the people and everything. The first few days he was like, darling, I've had a YouTube channel for 5 years and I've only got 30 subscribers, and I had more than that in like half an hour. Had you gone to Vegas, you would have owed her for, oh gosh, yeah. But it would all been covered on travel insurance. But yeah, it would have been awful. Because of fungal infection, not a bacterial infection. Hello, hubby. Yeah, I will say hi to him. He's only just, because he kept saying, my videos are much more exciting than your Cyst, and I can't. The most one of his videos has had in 4 years is about 1,200 views, and he was just like, and yesterday I said, I can't believe you haven't subscribed to my channel. He went, well, you know, I see them anyway. And I went, for heaven's sake, subscribe to my channel. He went, oh, all right. No, but he's really pleased for me, actually. When do we get to see your hubby? I thought I heard that the abscess can be inflamed and not infected. It wasn't an abscess. It was a sebaceous cyst. The coming up with no miscarriage of men, women and old children will die. What's your hubby's YouTube channel? Maybe we can all go on and see him. Well, actually, they're all of flying aeroplanes and stuff like that. I don't think there are any of him. He's a little bit shy. I might ask him, Wink! They're asking when they can see you. Do you want to come and say hi? You have to hurry because my battery's running low. Can you bring your charger as well, please? Go on. He might be coming. Are you coming? Can you bring your charger lead as well?
Where is it?
Well, it's plugged in on the floor. Because I don't know, my battery's on low, so I've got it on low power mode, so it should be okay.
The charger's not in here.
It's not in. Your one isn't.
My one is.
Well, it fits my one, doesn't it? He's very possessive about his charger lead.
I think that was my first charger.
Either the phone, it's probably... Have you got a plug? He's bought me this to plug it in with. Yeah, I am feeling fine. It's just my back is not feeling fine. And that's the thing. A lot of people must drink this. Ta-da! He comes with plug. Say hi to half of America.
Hello.
That's my husband. He's growing a fabulous moustache and he's very shy. Come and not be shy. There he is. Isn't he lovely? Do you know what? We lived next door to each other when we grew up. We been married 7 years, but he was the first human being that I ever... Hi husband, Kimberly's saying hi, Jules is saying hi. It is an amazing moustache. He's been growing it since April. I'm just plugging this in so I don't run out of juice. We, somewhere I've got a picture of us. In fact, have you got it on your phone? I'll share a picture of us when we were 5. We basically lived next door to each other. And he was the first human being that I ever independently said, hello, to what's your name? My name's Stephen. And we were inseparable best mates for 7 years. And then my parents separated and I moved probably less than a mile away. And I didn't see him again for 38 years. And neither of us had ever been married. It was just like, yes. Here, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that? That's us. And I've got a posy of dandelions. We're wearing cowboy hats with whistles on them. And his mum took that photo. And as he was my best friend and I never wanted to go home, I kind of grew up in his family. When that, oh, I've got to give him back the phone. There you go. Are you going to say goodbye? Come and say goodbye. While that photo was being taken.
Bye.
Bye. He's very shy. I'm not shy. I'm the opposite. I was always the one that went, come on, let's go do that. And went, oh, we might get in trouble. And I went, nah, be fine. So I was always that one. And I can assure you that you never change from the minute you're born till, you know, we met when we were 45 again. And yeah, he was my best friend and it was just like, yay. So yeah, and the rest is history, as they say. So yeah, I've known him all my life with a 38-year gap. And he is my best friend and my rock, and he's wonderful. And yes, you're right, everyone. He is very handsome, isn't he? And his beard is lovely. Do you want me to explain your own paradigms to me? Oh, I don't know. Ah, that's an interesting question. I'm not quite sure what that is. So yeah, that's my situation. I am feeling really good. I am really positive. I had to weigh myself today. He's a troll. He's a troll. Or a garden gnome. He's been called many things. He plays in a rock band and he's hugely talented. Troll, go away. He's gone. He's gone. He's sitting down. Oh, right, he's a troll. Just ignore. Oh, right, okay, fine. I'm new to this, so that's someone that just goes on and messes with people's videos, is it? Something like that. I haven't got anything else better to do, I guess. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yes, I weighed myself. And with all this inactivity and not being able to do, I used to do 22 press-ups a day and loads of stuff. Everything I do is a workout, so I'd squat when I empty the dishwasher and I'm just doing all this mad stuff. And I just haven't been able to do it. And I have put on 14, 15, 16, 17 pounds in the last 6 weeks. So I'm going to be, oh, thanks, Deborah. So I'm going to be working hard whilst I'm feeling good, and I am deciding that I'm going to continue to feel good. I'm going to just make myself better. Want me to tell you? Oh, right, okay. So we're just going to ignore him. Giving you, it doesn't look like fungus. Seems like they're just throwing some. Well, the chemist said sometimes, you know, they're trying something else. So the nurse has said to leave it for this week and see what happens with that, because she thinks it's doing very well. But I suppose she's spoken to the doctor and said it's hurting again, and he's sent these antibiotics down. So I'm going to see what happens there. I mean, it's not all I can do, but I don't want to play my... Yeah, I can go for walks, but in the kind of... When I was on holiday, I was feeling a little bit woe is me. And I kind of... When your mood flips, you don't kind of... £17, that's why you were breathless on the other video. Glad you're doing it. Breathless on the other video. Yeah, I kind of felt a bit fragile, so I don't have any medical insurance. We can have private medical insurance. It costs a blooming fortune, and it's something that I haven't got, and I'm never ill. Nothing ever happens to me until now, so it's something that maybe I should look at in the future when my situation is a little bit different. So yeah, I'm going to go for walks now because I feel mentally up to it. Before I just felt like like ooh, fragile. So I kind of, just walking, it kind of bounced and boom, boom, kind of like this every time, you know, I did anything, and like I couldn't bend down, I couldn't move this arm, I couldn't sit properly, I couldn't sleep properly, and I wasn't in the frame of mind to do anything other than put food in my mouth, not constantly, obviously, but, and just do little things. I kind of fell into a little bit of a hole with a brave face on it. And now I'm not in that hole, and now I've got the evidence. It's just like, right, Susan, it's time to really see if I can change where I am now. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, you know who I am. Excellent. Good for you, mate. Good for you. I know who I am too, and I'm not hiding anything. What are people like? Anyway, my lovelies, I am going to let you go because I have been chatting away for 40 minutes. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's so kind of you. You guys are awesome too. It's a two-way thing. It's not, it's a two-way thing. You get back what you give out, and I try to do whatever I can to always put a positive spin on things, and I always like to leave people feeling better than they did before I bumped into them and talked the hind leg of a donkey. Trip to surgery, take care, once. What are these messages? Crazy. I'm glad that you wanted the update. I will post the humorous video of, a microbe of pus coming out. In myself, I'm well. We've just got to heal this big nonsense on my back. And that is what I'm going to do. I am eating plenty of protein. A friend of mine today, who's a soft tissue massage therapist, she said, and sports injury, she said maybe some kind of lymphatic system to get the lymphatic system going, and to break the scar tissue down if I can, because scar tissue doesn't have much blood supply to it. And we asked the nurse about that, and she said, you could try that. She said, but there's not much of a lymphatic system in that area. So I don't know, it's time to try everything. We'll see how we go with these antibiotics and see how it goes over the next few days. As I said, my husband's away, so if I go to A&E, I can't film it for you. So, but love to you. Mwah. Have fabulous afternoons. Have smashing evenings. Enjoy yourself. I shall enjoy the rest of my evening, and I shall see you all. Hi, Tampa. Oh, Tampa Bay. Oh, I'm so glad. I intend to give good vibes to you all. Lots and lots of love. Mwah. I love you to bits. Cheerio.